Bread is more than food. It's a symbol of life and a cornerstone of human history. For millennia, baking and sharing bread has meant security and community. Our ancestors' discovery of grinding and cooking wild grains was revolutionary, providing portable, reliable nourishment. This simple flatbread marked the shift from nomadic tribes to settled societies. The rise of agriculture, with crops like wheat and barley, allowed people to settle, plan, and build the first villages and cities. Bread became the fuel for complex societies, art and culture. Even today, our daily bread speaks to our deep need for sustenance and security. From ancient flatbreads to modern loaves, bread connects us to our past and to each other. It's a universal symbol of sharing, transcending cultures and borders. Understanding bread's history is to understand a key part of what it means to be human. Control of grain has always meant control of power and survival. Ancient empires like Egypt and Rome built their strength on vast grain stores. Pharaohs and emperors were guardians of the harvest, their authority tied to feeding their people. Granaries were heavily fortified. Whoever controlled them controlled the fate of the city. Rome's grain dole wasn't charity. It was political stability. Landowners and rulers held power over those who worked the fields, shaping society for millennia. Access to bread was a matter of life and death, understood by all. When grain supplies failed, through war, blight or disaster, societies collapsed. The lesson is timeless. A community's resilience depends on its ability to feed itself. Our modern world still rests on this ancient foundation. Growing, storing and baking bread remains a pillar of human security. The story of grain is the story of survival. Ancient bread was dense, hearty, and packed with nutrition, nothing like today's soft white loaves. Made from whole grains, ground by hand, every part of the grain, bran, germ, endosperm, was included. This bread was rich in fibre, vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats, fueling hard physical work. Early loaves, made from grains like einkorn and spelt, were deeply satisfying and sustaining. Making bread was daily, demanding work, and every crumb was valued. Bread was never wasted. It was respected as the foundation of life. The closer food is to its natural state, the more nourishing it is. Ancient bread provided balanced nutrition and slow, steady energy. It was a testament to the wisdom of working with nature. The discovery of fermentation transformed bread forever. Wild yeasts and bacteria made dough rise, creating lighter, more digestible loaves. Sourdough fermentation breaks down flour, making nutrients more available and lowering the glycemic index. This process also neutralizes phytic acid, unlocking minerals in whole grains. Sourdough's long fermentation makes bread easier to digest and better for gut health. For millennia, this was the only way to make leavened bread. The sourdough starter became a living family heirloom, a symbol of continuity and self-sufficiency. Harnessing microbes, our ancestors created bread that was nutritious, safe, and enduring. Bread was the fuel of empires and armies. Roman soldiers relied on hard, durable bread for energy on long campaigns. Massive ancient projects, like the pyramids, were built by workers paid in bread and beer. States managed vast grain supplies, with fleets and warehouses dedicated to feeding populations and armies. Control of fertile grain lands meant power and security. Wars were fought over bread baskets like the Nile and Black Sea regions. Bread logistics shaped the geography and politics of empires. The humble loaf was a tool of statecraft and survival. Civilizations rose and fell on their ability to provide bread. The Industrial Revolution changed bread forever. Roller mills stripped away the bran and germ, leaving only starchy white flour. White bread, once a luxury, became common, but at a nutritional cost. Essential nutrients were lost, leading to deficiencies and chronic disease. Commercial yeast replaced slow, wild fermentation, sacrificing health benefits for speed. Modern bread is engineered for shelf life, not nutrition, often filled with additives. Enrichment laws tried to replace lost nutrients, but can't match whole grains' complexity. The industrial loaf broke the ancient connection between field and table. Bread became convenient, but less nourishing. We traded tradition and health for speed and uniformity. In uncertain times, bread-making is a vital survival skill. Turning flour and water into nourishing food is the essence of self-reliance. Sourdough starters need little maintenance and no commercial yeast. Bread can be baked anywhere, with simple tools. Whole grain, naturally leavened bread is far more nutritious than industrial loaves. For survivalists, every calorie and nutrient counts. Baking bread builds confidence, competence, and community. This ancient skill is a form of wealth, security passed down through generations. Bread has always brought people together. Communal ovens were village hubs, fostering connection and support. Today, artisanal baking and farmers' markets revive this tradition. Sharing bread builds bonds and strengthens communities. Preserving bread-making skills is cultural and practical conservation. These traditions are our inheritance, a blueprint for survival. We must learn, practice, and teach these methods, valuing slow fermentation and whole grains. Embracing this craft connects us to our food and each other. By keeping these traditions alive, we honor our ancestors and equip future generations. The story of bread is the story of humanity, one nourishing loaf at a time. If you enjoyed this journey through the world of bread, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Join our community and help keep these traditions alive, one loaf at a time.